Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Prahlad and I'm a computer engineer working in Kathmandu. In my previous video, I talked about singleton design pattern that is used in software engineering. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the factory design pattern. So before starting the factory design pattern, I want to give you a simple example here. So if I zoom into the code that is in my screen, you can see there is a simple Java program in which I have printed hello YouTube string to my console, right? So if you see at this code, we are using println method or print method in order to print this string. But we don't know how Java is actually printing this string to our console. So if you're using any IDE like IntelliJ IDEA, you can press Control in Windows or Linux system or Command in Mac system and press on println, so that it actually takes you to the implementation of println method. And you can see it is calling two different methods in order to print something, right? So there is print method. So if I press Control and click on print, it will take me to the print method. And again, there is a write method used, right? So it's really complicated, the internal implementation of println method is really complicated. So if I go into write, now you can see there's a bunch of other methods which you might not understand, but it's okay because we don't need to know about all these things in order to print a statement in Java. We can just use println method and give some string in order to print it, right? So Java is actually hiding the internal implementation of this println method, right? So in factory design pattern, the main concept or the main idea is to hide the internal implementation to the user, right? So we don't show the internal implementation to the user, we just provide an interface, okay? So this can be achieved by using interfaces or abstract classes in Java. And in this tutorial, I'm going to use interfaces in order to achieve factory design pattern. So let's delete this test class from our project. And now I want to create one interface. Okay, so let's call it car. Okay. So now car is one interface that we have created. So let's provide some methods that can be used by any car. Okay, so the methods might be, okay, so speed up, that will increase the speed of the car, or that might be speed down, which will decrease the speed of the car. And also we can get the speed, so maybe get current speed, that will return an integer that is the speed of the car, okay, that is the current speed. And also let's have get mileage, so it will return the current mileage of the car. Okay, so for this tutorial, let's just keep it simple. So I have only written these four methods inside of car interface, and at this point I'm assuming that you do know about object-oriented programming concepts and you do know about Java interfaces. Okay, so if you want to know more about these interfaces and object-oriented programming concepts, do let me know by writing it in the comment section down below. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to create two other classes. So that might be electric car and diesel car. Okay, so there are two kinds of cars, right? So this electric car also implements car interface. Okay, so since it implements car interface, we should override all those four methods. Okay, so if you're using any IDE, it's very easy to implement all those methods. You can just press Ctrl O in IntelliJ, okay, in order to implement or override all those methods from car interface. Okay, so if you are not using any IDE, you are just using any text editor, then you can write this code yourself. Okay, so let's go back to our diesel car class and let's implement car interface. And again, Control O, and then selecting all these four methods so that we are overriding all those methods. So now we can see, so we have a main interface that is car. So we can use any four methods. Okay, we can use altogether four methods. And there are two kinds of cars. One is electric car and one is diesel car. Okay, and both of them are implementing the car interface. That means both of them have access to all these methods, right? But we don't know about the internal implementation of these methods. So now we can implement speed up method in our own way, and we can implement get mileage method in our own way. Okay, to demonstrate it, let me create two member variables. Let's call it speed and mileage. Okay, and let's create a constructor that will actually take mileage as a parameter, and it will set the speed to 0. Okay, so the speed of method in electric car, let us write a simple code. So let's increase the speed by 10 for electric car. Okay, and similarly in speed down method, let's decrease the speed by 10. Okay, so get current speed method will just return the speed of the car, and get mileage will actually return the mileage. Okay, so this mileage is set while creating an object of electric car. Okay, similarly, let's do the same thing for diesel car class. Let's create a constructor as well. Okay, so for diesel car, instead of increasing the speed by 10, let's increase the speed by 20. Okay, so the speed will be increased by 20. And similarly for speed down, let's decrease the speed by 20. Okay, so we have completed these two classes. The first class is electric car. Okay, so we have our own implementation for speed up, speed down, and all remaining two methods. And in diesel car class, we have our own implementation for speed up, speed down, get current speed, and get mileage method. Okay, and both of these diesel car and electric car classes implements car interface. Okay, so let's create a driver class or test class. Let's write here driver class. Okay, where we'll be having our main method. And again, if you are using IntelliJ IDEA, then you can write main and press enter in order to autocomplete the syntax for main method in Java. Okay, so let's create okay, so now let's go to our driver class and let's create an object of car, or let's call it Tesla. Okay, so now we'll create a new object of electric car. Okay, see, we are creating a new object of electric car and storing it in the reference of car interface. Okay, so this reference Tesla is actually holding an object of electric car class. So let's give the mileage. So let's give mileage as let's say 60.00. Okay, so that's the mileage of Tesla. And again, let's create another car and let's call it Ford. So now Ford is the diesel car. So let's write diesel car and let's give the mileage as 30.00. Okay. Okay, so now we have created two different objects of electric car and diesel car, and we are storing it into the reference of car interface. Okay. So if we want to call speed up or speed down method of any of these objects, we can just write, okay, so Tesla dot speed up, or might be Ford dot speed up. Okay, so we're actually calling the speed up method of electric car. Okay, so if you have written any program in Java, it's similar to writing a code like this. So we are creating a list of string, let's call it list, and now we can create a new array list. Okay, or we can also create a list of string, let's say list2, and we can actually create a new linked list. Okay, so this code is similar to the above mentioned code. Okay, so and if you also don't know about the Java collections, please let me know so that I can create tutorial for you guys. All right, so let's delete it. We do know that now, even though this car is of any different class, that might be electric car or diesel car, we do know that this car have all the four methods that is available for us. Okay, so we do know that this electric car will have speed up method and the diesel car will also have a speed up method. Let's go back to our driver class. Okay, So now actually let's print out the mileage of those cars. Okay, so mileage of let's say Tesla. Let's print Tesla dot get mileage. It will print the mileage of Tesla car. And again, let's print mileage of Ford. Okay, so if you try to run this program, okay, so that's the output that you get. So you can see that mileage of Tesla is given 60.0 and mileage of Ford is given 30.0, right? Similarly, what you can do is let's create a loop. So let's loop it for 5 times. And let's actually speed up those both the cars. So let's speed up Tesla and let's speed up Ford. And let's print the current speed of both the cars. Okay, so Ford dot get current speed. Okay, so we're looping it for 5 times. That means we're increasing the speed of both the cars for 5 times. The person who is writing this block of code will not know the actual implementation of speed up method. Okay, but he does know, or he or she does know about that this car will speed up. Okay, but he or she doesn't know for how many times or for how many numbers will the car actually speed up. Okay, so if we run this, so now if you see the output, the current speed of Tesla is 10 and Ford is 20. And the next loop, the current speed of Tesla is 20 and Ford is 40. It is increasing by 20 and 10 every time. Okay. So that's the basic idea behind factory design pattern. So that's it for today's video. I hope you like it. If you want to see the video like this, please subscribe to this channel. It will help me a lot. So that's it for today. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you.